Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 48 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. We start with a game in the Europa League. This is the final group stage game. Unfortunately though, there isn't really too much that can happen here. We're definitely going to finish second because we're 4 points behind Lokomotiv Moscow and 4 points ahead of Lille, and FC Arau are 4 points behind Lille, so they can't come off the bottom place either. So it's a bit of a dead game really, but we will try and do our best and keep up our good run of form. We're starting actually a very strong side. It's the first 11 against FCRL. I wanted to make sure that we continued to keep the groove going with this specific set of players. So we'll be playing against the Swiss team. Unfortunately last time we played them in the snow. We did come away with a win, but it was a difficult game. However, I was hoping that at home, in better conditions, we might be able to actually get a bit more of an easier game. And actually, hopefully, now that it's dry and it's not snowing and the ball actually does what you expect it to do when you play it across the floor, that we do okay. But Coutinho kind of didn't quite find his reins in the opening few minutes. That left-footed shot really should have been quite a bit better, but unfortunately well high and wide. But we continued the pressure. Douglas Costa into Felipe Coutinho again, who's been heavily involved this season. He was obviously, as we've said multiple times in this second season so far, really didn't impress in the first year, but he's really come of age in this second season. He and Daniel Sturridge both have really impressed. Unfortunately, Sturridge though is out at the minute, otherwise he would have been in this specific side, obviously being the first team. But Eduardo Vargas is the man in the side now, of course, with Sturridge out with a broken elbow, and he puts us 1-0 in front in the 45th minute. He was not necessarily unpopular signing, but he was a controversial signing. A few people were a bit disgruntled at the fact that I sold Balotelli and brought Vargas in. However, Vargas has scored just as many goals and he cost a third of the price. So as far as I'm concerned, he's been a very good signing for us so far. And Arau actually threatened a little bit in the second half. You see there, had a decent save drawn out of Stéphane Ruffier, although it wasn't too uncomfortable. And then Coutinho again breaking through here, although you can see he's absolutely shattered. Gets to turn inside the defender, goes for the shot but gets brought down. But this has happened 2 or 3 times in the past few episodes in multiple series. That was a perfect challenge, but the referee storms over, not only gives the penalty, but he sends Sandro Berchi off as well in the final few moments. And you'll see from the replay, perfect tackle, a beautiful slide tackle, keeps possession and everything. Coutinho goes down more so because he's tired, I think, than anything else. But referee points to spot, sends the man off. Douglas Costa steps up, and it's 2-0, and that is how the game is going to end. So we do continue with our winning run of form, and it's a 2-0 victory in the final group game. So I'm not sure, actually, how Lokomotiv and Lille got on in that other game. So I'm not sure whether we were a point behind Lokomotiv, or still 4, or maybe a little bit closer if they got a draw as well. But regardless, we are through to the knockout stages of the Europa League. Quite disappointing, though, that in the Champions League, when you get through the group stage, you get a transfer budget bonus of £10 million. In the Europa League, it was £1.9 million, which kind of sucks. I was hoping for a bit more than that, but we do have quite a substantial transfer budget to do some stuff with in the January transfer window, which does actually start in tomorrow's episode. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that in your sub boxes tomorrow. But of course, we are starting a bit of a rotation side at the weekend after the Thursday game in the Europa League. Unfortunately, we're still struggling with fixture congestion so far in this second season, but we have a strong side out. Stevie G sat behind Heung-min Son up top. Of course, ordinarily, Eduardo Vargas would be playing in this rotation side with Sturridge in the first team, but like we say, Sturridge out for 2 months with a broken elbow, so we're having to rely on Heung-min Son. He draws a good save out of Alex McCarthy in the opening few minutes, and I thought initially I'd got a penalty there, but it turned out that Hesse actually fouled the man, and it was a free kick to QPR, so my heart rate trebled and then immediately went back down to normal because I realised that actually it was a free kick the other way. But they're going to get the chance here. Cross comes in. We initially deal with it well. Henderson finds Gerrard, but then he gets taken away from him. We then get the tackle in on Slimani again. Then Diakite tackles him, and unfortunately Jordan Mutz is able to fire the ball into the back of the net. A bit of a, I don't know. I try and pass it about at the back and kind of play my way out of danger, and 99.9% of the time it works. That time though we get caught on it, not once but twice, and unfortunately it costs us. So Heung-min Son again trying to get the ball past Alex McCarthy, and he got it past almost all of him. Just a flying arm back behind him, the goalkeeper there, to actually keep that out. So Heung-min Son still continuing to make the moves up top, though, drawing another good save out of Alex McCarthy. This time he pushes it around the post for a corner, which unfortunately nothing came from, but we did get a set piece of sorts a little bit later on with a throw-in. Stevie G's going to try and stand it up into the box. Everybody misses it, and it drops to Origi, who gets taken out as he's taking the shot, and the referee points to the spot. We've had so many penalties recently in this series, it's ridiculous, but people just keep pulling my men down in the box or completely chopping them, although, to be fair, like the one in the FCRL game, it wasn't we have had a few that perhaps shouldn't have been penalties, but that one definitely should have. Gave him a tug as he was taking the shot. Stevie G steps up. He's going to go for the top left-hand corner. And I'm not really too sure how, whilst diving that way, the ball flew up the other way with that save from Alex McCarthy. That was a very, very strange. Heading towards that corner, and then it flew straight up the other corner. Really odd physics there, but unfortunately that's a missed penalty from Stevie G, which is extremely rare. But that means that we're still 1-0 down, but we're still creating chances in this first half. And Heung-min Son draws another good save out of Alex McCarthy. He was the difference in the first period, so into the second half we go. And yeah, the defenders do that. Nice little back heel from Jordan Mutch, and Diakite makes it 2-0. All of the pressure we have in the first half, and a penalty that we miss, and then they go and immediately score at the beginning of the second half. I was furious at the defenders that had just run into each other, opened up all the space. Top finish by Diakite, but still extremely frustrating. So we continued to put the pressure on, and it was Heung-min Son again that was going to get the chance. Great feet. His dribbling is just absolutely superb. Fires it into that bottom corner. We're back within one goal again on the hour mark. That gives us half an hour to get ourselves back on level terms. And we've got just under 20 minutes still to go when Heung-min Son is involved again. Gets the ball to Jordan Henderson. Question of a foul. Referee plays advantage. And again, Alex McCarthy comes up with a top save. So we're in the last 5 minutes now. And who's the man on the ball? It's Heung-min Son. He really is such a good player. Alexandro dances inside. Finds the South Korean again. A great turn. Top finish across goal, but McCarthy again with a world-class save. Fernando's going to have the shot here, well saved again, and Gerrard can't quite push it over the line with his forehead. It wasn't really too much of a header, too much power behind it, just almost fell into the ball, which meant that there was not enough power on it to get it over the line, and the goalkeeper was able to gobble it up about 3 inches before it crossed the line to make it 2-2, and unfortunately, we lose. It's not the first defeat of the season, but it is quite possibly one of the least deserving defeats of the season. 13 shots, 10 on target, and the goalkeeper pulls out an absolute blinder and means that we lose away from home against QPR. So with the first team back instated for this home game against Watford, I really wanted to prove a point to myself that, we can stay top if we continue to keep up the good run of form. Felipe Coutinho slots in Eduardo Vargas in fantastic goal-scoring form, and bang! How is that for a screamer from 35 yards? He's been scoring some fantastic goals for us this season, Vargas. The majority of them are kind of poachers finishes in the box, finesse shots across the goalkeeper or outside the boot shots from about 10 yards into the bottom corner, but that is world class. That is definitely the best goal we've scored this season. Without doubt, Eduardo Vargas scores an absolute belter to make it Liverpool 1, Watford 0 in the opening few minutes, and Coutinho goes on a great run here. Fantastic dribbling feat to get past 1, then past 2, turns back, still holding off the man, and then finishes as well. An expert solo run from Coutinho, who's been doing that a lot this season as well. He did it against Wigan. He's scored a lovely finesse shot in a couple of episodes ago as well. I think it was in the Cup against Coventry. Scored a really nice finesse shot. And Douglas Costa again showing incredible dribbling feat. This first team is playing absolutely fantastically well. Eduardo Vargas is going to turn inside here, and I'm screaming at the man in front of him, move out of the way. I don't want to hit the shot and have it come off the back of Hesse there and it be given as a... Oh, in fact, it may even have been Morgan Schneidlin to come off the back of him and be offside, but he does eventually get out of the way. Eduardo Vargas makes it 3-0, and that's his second and our third of the game. Vargas, lovely first touch to get around the defender here, though, turns inside with a step over, and there's his hat-trick. Fantastic game for Eduardo Vargas. He scored a hat-trick 2 days ago in this series. He scored a couple of goals in the last episode, and he scored another 3 in this one against Watford. He's just unbelievable for me right now. Douglas Costa finds Henderson. There's Coutinho. He scored a finesse shot against Coventry, and he's done it again against Watford. A lovely finish. That's his second of the game here. 3 for Vargas, 2 for Coutinho, and 5 for Liverpool at home against Watford. Gorgeous lofted finesse shot. It dips over the keeper into the back of the net. Nothing that Robles can do in goal there. Joel Robles, of course, used to be at Everton, now at Watford, and concedes 5 on Anfield. Not a very happy return to Merseyside for him. So we get 3 points in that one. delighted to have come into this game on the back of a defeat and continue to impress. And we still have a 6-point lead at the top, but Man United do have a game in hand, so they can cut that to 3. But look at our goal difference, plus 31 after 19 games. We're exactly halfway through the season right now, and we are on course for a BPL win if we can keep this up. 3 defeats so far this year in the league, 14 wins, and only the 2 draws, which was our kind of snagging point last year. We were drawing too many games, but we are winning more so than anything else this year. Not only are we winning, we're winning well by scoring a lot of goals. 39 goals scored in 19 games is absolutely incredible, and only 8 conceded. It's been my main issue this year on FIFA 15 throughout all of my series. It's been my dodgy defending, but in 19 games to have conceded 8 goals, really making some progress. So I'm really happy to see that. Hopefully you guys are too. If you enjoyed the episode, then hit the like button. Of course, check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, and subscribe if you haven't already. There will be another My Player episode later on tonight, of course, with the result of the draw from Tuesday's episode involved in that. And I will be streaming Football Manager later on tonight as well, so check the links in the description to my Twitch and to my Twitter so that you know exactly when I go live with that. But that is going to bring today's afternoon episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't, check the channel page for anything you may have missed, and I'll see you next time.